Alrighty guys, so we're at our next booth, and this is one of my favorite booths. We have Sasha and Bronco from Intamin. Yeah, you guys have some of the craziest rides on the planet. And you have some exciting stuff coming up in the future years. Can you tell me a little bit more in detail in regards to what you just announced?
Well, the good thing is that there was a public announcement, so to say, about what we're doing for Parc Asterix and for Walibi in Belgium, and so we can talk about. Normally, a lot of the stuff we have in the works, yeah, mouth is sealed. Yeah. So Branko can tell you some details about both of the coasters, since he was heavily involved in that, yep.
Spill the beans, per se.
I will do, but I think the better thing is to repeat what Mr. Fassier, the CEO of the CDA company, said yesterday. That was he was very proud about our work and also the work of CDA company. And personally, I'm very proud because there is two very nice and you will see, I hope, a very special roller coaster.
I'm excited for it. For those of you know that were watching our live announcement and everything yesterday, they show crazy layouts. One of them was one of their hyper style layouts where it's the long up and downs, but it had some very unique elements. Then the one that really caught my eye was the Parc Asterix one though, and that one had literally, let's take a catalog and literally I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that. It has everything involved in it. Now, of course, you guys do all sorts of different things from roller coasters, you do transportation systems, observation wheels, but really some of the things that I have in my mind, where are you guys looking towards the future?
Well, one of our advantages is the diversification of the different product groups. And when we develop a new ride, and it doesn't really matter what it's a new type of coaster or a new type of water ride or a tower attraction or a simulator, we can draw the experience from all the different disciplines. And if you look at one of our latest water ride developments, the new Flume ride, as we have done in Phantasialand, there's a lot of coaster technology in there. And we also have that, we can see that to a certain extent, at least a small portion, but still at Infinity Falls, our latest River Rapids installation. And this is something which also drives the development of new attractions. One of the new things which we introduced to some special clients here during the show is a new coaster concept called Hot Racer. We hope that we can show more and talk more about it. Well, it's it created quite some attention among those who had a chance to look at it and to understand what we are doing there. And it's a family thrill type coaster concept, single line seat arrangement, special train, special elements which we can do, which in this configuration haven't been possible before, and it's something compact size. So
without saying much more, because I don't want to get anybody in trouble here, amazing stuff is coming. That's all you need to know from Intamin. Now, we do have something over here. I'm not going to pan over there, but can you tell me about what is just behind my back and what I'm seeing?
I will try. As you probably know, because it's also not that far away, our latest free fall type attraction, the Falcon's Fury at Busch Gardens Tampa, we call that type of free fall ride Sky Jump, because it actually allows the theme park visitor to get an idea of the experience you have when you're skydiving before you pull the parachute. And the second installation we did was Icarus in Gröna Lund in Stockholm, and which is the ride experience is basically the same, but it's a different tower configuration. And with all the experience we gained in Tampa, and that's what normally happens, you fine-tune, and although it is 30% less in height from the dropping distance, it is as exciting, if not even more exciting. And some of the feedback we got, especially from parks with height restrictions, was, hey, we'd like to have something like that, but we cannot go over 50 meters or 150 feet, because in order to get the full experience, you need a certain dropping height. And we kind of determined this minimum dropping height somewhere in the area of 60 meters, 180 feet. Below that, we are not certain if we still get the experience we want to get. Well, you do get it, but we think for a too short time, this lay down dropping experience. So then we said, well, if we do it smaller, we need to add something. And then came this, well, what about bouncing? Bungee, incorporating the bungee effect. And that's what we have done. And since we couldn't install one here, we said, well, what about taking the real seat, the real drive and everything, combine it with VR goggles and give those interested in an idea, or pretty good idea, what to expect. So this is what it is. Interestingly enough, we did get quite a number of inquiries. Well, how much does this go for? So yeah,
Just so
I was actually...
not intended, and we're not intending to get into this. Is just to show how.
I'm sure part of you, the eyebrow went, on that one just a little bit, but...
We did some rough calculations whether.
So, but it's really kind of neat, and that was one of the first things I noticed when I walked on the show floor was that, because obviously I covered Falcon's Fury from literally the first stake in the ground all the way to where we are now. I've also covered Infinity Falls. Literally almost every single day I was over at SeaWorld covering that thing. So what you said with some of the roller coaster technology being involved with the water rides and flumes, when that piece of support tower structure showed up, I made a post on our page and it said, roller coaster track or something like that. It looked like it. It literally looks like your roller coaster supports and all that. So it totally trolled everybody on the internet. But I like seeing how you guys take technology that you fine-tuned, you've made better, and you're applying it universally for all your applications. So really exciting stuff. Is there anything else that you really can add about your projects or anything in regards to Intamin as a whole that our guests would want to know about?
Oof.
I mean, that's a broad question, but I mean, what do you think? Tell me Intamin, and why should a client choose Intamin?
We are one of, if not the most innovative company. And what you will very rarely, if not to say almost never hear from us is, no, cannot be done. I mean, it is not, very often actually the initial idea comes from the outside. That a client comes to us and say, hey, I thought about this movement, this track configuration, this type of vehicle, what do you think? And then it's kind of, interesting, give us some time, and that's when the expertise and the brain power of our guys rolls in, and in most of the cases we are able to come up with a solution that works, because that is the challenge. Paper is patient, and we do have the experience, really. I mean, with being over 50 years in business, and basically from day one having done crazy stuff. And if you look at all the inventions, innovations over the last 5 decades we came up with, we can draw from a really, really deep and wide pool of knowledge and experience. And that's why at the end of the day, we always deliver. And this is probably one of the main reasons why clients actually come to us. Besides, we stand for the highest quality, the highest safety, and yeah. So if someone is looking for the cheapest product or price on the market, they eventually will not show up here.
It's one of those things, clients are going to choose quality. Of course, when you're dealing with people's lives and all that stuff, and you're going at extreme heights or extreme speeds, which you guys are known for, parks are going to want to choose somebody with a good reputation, or at least a good safety record, and you guys do have that. So I do want to thank you so much for speaking with us. I'm excited about some of your future projects, and I'm very thankful that you guys are around, because you've provided many memories for me, and some of my favorite rides are yours. So I do want to say thank you, guys.
My pleasure, and thank you.
Thank you.